Well, now going even deeper in the debug features, let's take a look at its steps. We run here the program we have been running. So as what I did, I just entered the ABAP editor, and now I will click execute. It will execute this program. So let's search for ABC. Let me switch on the debugger by entering in the command field /8 and then enter. Okay, and now let's execute. So we've seen before that the desktop tabs allow you to give your personal touch to the debugger. So you can do this, you can remove tools, you can add new ones, you can change here how they look like. You can show both vertically, for instance, if you want. So all of them you can influence. This one is standard. This is the one provided by SAP, so it's really the way it is. You can really in fact change it here, but you won't be able to save, or if you save, SAP will save only the first 3 ones, and the 4th one will remain the same. So it will always look like this when the new debugger is started. Structures allow you to have a better unified place to manage the work areas. Let's take a look at one of them. So let me enter here, for instance, this one. This is a work area. What is happening? Okay, no problem. Let me continue the execution until this variable is known. Great, I believe we are good here. Okay, great. So this is the structure step. We can see here what are the fields that are part of this structure. And here we have the values. In this case, all of them are empty. If it was the case, we could change the content of the fields. This is the technical type. So this first one is character of 4 positions. This is the the same value in hexadecimal value, and this is the absolute type. So if I take a look at this data element here, I will see that in the end it's of type character and 4 position long. One thing that I can also show you, let me add a new structure. This one, let me replace the first. Okay, we have the same view, so its components and the technical aspects of the structure. But if I click the structure subtab, you can see that the first one is also there. So if I double click it, I will see again my first structure. The same happens to the second one. If I double click, okay, here it is. Something very similar. So every time I enter in the next one, tables, every time I enter here one of the internal tables that the program has, it will be shown here, and just by double clicking I can see its content. So let's try with one of them. This is my internal table, so I can see that it has only one row. This value has this content, and this one has this content, and so on. What I can do here, if I click on the first button, this is display table in ALV. So the table, the same contents that we were seeing in the other screen are now in this one, in this different view. And here all the capabilities of ALV reports are available to me. For instance, I can double click, no, if I double click I just go back to the view. I can, for instance, sort by a certain field. I just click the column and click in ascending or descending order. I can look for a value, I can set filters. So ALV is standard functions. Second one, if I click this second button, keys, it will show me the table key. So for instance, this is a internal table of type standard, and its key is non-unique, and these are its key components. So for instance, imagine that we were using a collect statement. So these would be the fields that the collect statements would consider as the table key. And here the same ALV capacity, so you can change the layout as you need. Next button is the where used list or references. So I can see that this variable is referenced by this program. The next one is the columns. Let me click first on the edge, and then I have a lot of possibilities. So for instance, I can here optimize column width by column header or including column header, or just by considering column values. I could do this. Let me click here. Okay, can you see that it looks different now? I can, let me go back to include column header, and there we are back to the old view. The difference, if I click on the middle of the button, is that this view will be shown to me. It allows me to influence the way the internal table is displayed here. For instance, imagine, okay, there is one field missing, so let me add the high here. I just type it and hit enter. Okay, let me just move it to the end. So I select the line and then click the move the entry down button. Let me go on doing this, and let me move the option upwards. Okay, it looks great like this. And now let me confirm, and let me, before doing this, let me show you. So we have here first sign, then low and option, and the high field is not here. Let me confirm. Okay, and then I have the view that I wanted to see. We have then objects. Objects tab, it's to see, as the name is telling us, objects. So derived from ABAP classes. Let me enter here one of them. The program knows this is LO_S_scam. So what we can see here, we can see it attributes, and for it attribute you can see binding. So for instance, if it's an instance or a static attribute, I can see visibility. So in this case, let me scroll down. Okay, we don't have more components, so all of them are protected. And then we can see the value of each component. If it's the case, on the next column we could click the pencil to change the value of the component. Then we have the value in hexadecimal, the technical type, and the absolute type. Then the next tab is detail display. Detail display is more useful for variables, as it gives us deeper details, or it will be enough the information presented for variables, but for more complex structures like objects, so some of its details would be hidden. Let me take a look and enter here one of the variables. Let me move on with a single step just to find one. Okay, I believe I can use this one. Detail display. I just put here the value of the field name, hit enter, and then I can see the data type or basic type. Then I have the absolute type. This is the I can see that this field makes reference in its definition to this data element, and I can see here the value, it's empty, the value in hexadecimal, and if it was the case I could change the field content here by clicking the pencil.